Hi everybody, welcome along to day four of our January daily. And so far, I'm not producing masterpieces here, but we're doing all right. We're enjoying ourselves, and actually that's what it's all about, isn't it? So today I just wanted to show you what I'd done to yesterday's. I did change it, but only slightly. I changed the twine that I had on it for a much finer twine because it was just too rough, too big and rough looking. So I changed it. But seeing as I'm talking about it, I'm going to undo it so we can see the gusset again. So here we have a lovely big pocket. Look, it is quite big. You get quite a bit of stuff in there. And here are the gussets. They're so neat, aren't they? Actually, I don't mean my work is neat. I mean the whole idea of it is neat. So yeah, you could get a fair bit of stuff in there. And if you were doing it for yourself or for your own journal or whatever, or to sell, I would recommend that you probably put a sort of false spine in this bit that flips over, because if you start to get quite a lot of stuff in there, you might wish that you had a bit more room in the lid, whatever you call it, flap. So I'm just going to wind that up again. Now it's had its moment in the sun, and that's that. Right, so on to day 4. That's a big, thick, heavy page now. And this page and the next page between them, there is a spare page, which means I can make that into a pocket if I want to. I could use it on this page as a pocket, or, just whatever. It's there to be used. But today I'm thinking I probably don't really need it. I will be making a pocket, but I don't really need this, I don't think. So I'll save that for tomorrow. That'll give me a good start for tomorrow. Right, I don't know what the weather's like with you guys. Here, it's sort of heavy snow showers on and off. It's not sticking, but I think maybe later on when it snows like this, it might stick. So I don't need to see that advert. Right, let's have a look then at our prompts, see what we've got still to do. Loads, I've got loads to do. Right, we've done that mushroom, embossed paper, card. We did include that yesterday, but that wasn't the main thing of it. Altered paper clip, winter theme, green theme we did yesterday. Birds, looking forward to that one. Decoupage and that one. Use a die, use a fuzzy cut, botanical, sewing theme, floral, music paper. Tag, floating pocket, butterfly, lace, envelope. I mean, the whole page yesterday was about an envelope, wasn't it? But it was about the green theme, so that will be a different day. Tuck, corner spot, a tummy tuck, embossing powder, we used that as well yesterday, but not as our main component. Watercolour, ooh, that'll be fun. Brads, eyelets, buttons, stamps, stencil, dried flowers, acetates. Acetate is the one that I have chosen for today. So put a ring around that and put the 4th, because it's now been taken. It doesn't mean that going forward in your book, if you want to use acetate on another prompt, that's fine. It's just, I'm just making a note that I've used it off the list. So that's that. Right. Now then, where am I? What am I up to? I have printed off these 2 pages of the chapter 1, actually. Chapter 1, Shabby Florals, and it's a beautiful kit. I really like it. I printed them on the same printer, but unbeknownst to me, there was different paper at the bottom. So it's the same thickness, it's just a different paper. And doesn't it make a difference to the colour? It's incredible. So I'm just going to use what I've got, which is this. And this is running very close to a video that I already have out there. But I'm really sorry. It's taxing my brain to come up with something all the time. So I'm afraid you're just going to have to put up with a kind of bit of a rerun, really. So I want a pocket. So I'm going to mark that there. And let's see how wide I need this to be. Mark that about there. And I'll cut off the excess. Oh, it's always a matter of where did my pencil mark go? I know there is one along here. Oh, no there isn't, it's up there. So I'll just square that off, chop it off. Hope you're all doing well, staying warm. Keep busy crafting, that's what I say. Because when you're crafting, I was saying this to Roz the other day, when you're crafting, the only thing that you worry about is, you know, which glue should you use? Or what colour ink should I use? So it's, your mind is busy other places instead of worrying about all the things that there are undoubtedly legitimate worries out there. But if we can buy ourselves a little bit of free time away from it, so much the better. Right, so let's just check that that fits there. So it's going to fit like that up to the edge. Like that. And it doesn't matter that it doesn't cover all this. This would have been a waste of paper because it's going in a pocket. And I'm going to use that entire width of that because I'm going to fold it back on itself for a bit of strength. Can you hear Shady being acting the fool? I don't know what's wrong with him. Probably hasn't been out all day, in fairness. So there we are. I'll cut that off. So at the end of the day, I only needed one sheet. So I've saved a whole pink sheet. There we go. Right, okay, there's a DPD man. He's not coming to me. Right, so I want to ink around these, stick them on. I want to fold this over at about, where would I like my pocket to be? About there I'll say. So I'll fold that over first. My desk is a busy place today. I've just this minute sent something flying Mr. F's way. Off the front of my desk.
Dobber.
A dobber. It just wanted to be with you.
Didn't come in.
I don't even know, why is that on my desk? I don't know. So I've folded this over and this is going to be the pocket edge here. This piece here is going to go under it. This piece here is coming over it. And this is going to be our pocket. So we're not making a tag or anything to go in it because, as you know, the general idea of this is that we're making a place to put the things that we make during the Take Fives. Take 5 people will be back again tomorrow. Yay! I bet you can't wait. So now you've got to do your January daily and your Take Fives. And yeah, I mean, I'm running out of time as well, so I guess you are too. It's not mandatory. Just say that. You can still belong to the group and still chat on live chat, even if you haven't exactly kept up to date with the book or exactly kept up to date with the Take Fives. I, however, have to. I don't have a choice. So I will be doing my level best to keep up with myself. Right, I'm going to ink around this first and then get that stuck on. So once again, I was reminded last night, and I can't remember what the question was now on the group, but I was reminded that some people are absolutely brand new starters. And I don't know if you can remember what that feels like. it's hard to remember because you learn so much stuff as you go on that it's hard to remember what it was like when you actually didn't know which scissors to use. As a poor example, anything that cuts will be fine. Or certainly which glue to use. I think it was Julie I was watching last night. She was talking about, which glue should she use to stick some lace on or whatever. And she said that she volunteers, I think, at a preschool group. And they have PVA glue. And they stick everything with it. They stick fabric, they stick beads, they stick paper, and everything sticks. So, I think sometimes we're a bit, well, pardon the expression, but we're a bit up ourselves, really, I think. So that's going to go on there, and I think that's going to be all right.
Adhesive snobbery.
Adhesive snobbery is right. Well, I'm well snobby at the moment because I've got my Sweet Sugar Bell bottle that Tony sent me, and I love it. I absolutely do love it. Thank you so much.
Loves the book that you're using.
Ah, yeah, it's Mr. F's book.
And Ki-Young says he loves the pages as well. You can almost feel the...
Yeah, you can feel what it's like. I know that you can feel it. It's that really soft, lovely, aged, vintage paper. It's gorgeous. And as I say that, I am well aware of the fact that I am actually older than this book, which doesn't make me feel really altogether great. But, I guess you could describe me as vintage. Would you describe me as vintage, Mr. F?
Retro.
Retro. Yeah, but that's kind of more what I do rather than let's try and be retro. It's just, I am retro. Right, okay, that's pretty square. So glue that down properly. I've kind of got the hang of this bottle now, Tony, if you're watching. I've still got the hang of this bottle now, Tony, even if you're not watching. And it's definitely use much, much less pressure. That's the thing. Right, I want to make sure that is really, really, really firmly stuck down. Because I don't want people, or me, putting things in and out of here and getting it stuck on a sort of ridge there. But I think we're okay on that one. Right, this one then needs a little bit of work doing to it before we stick it down. First thing to do is ink around it.
Roll call while you ink.
Roll call while I... Yeah, nearly sang a song.
Jania.
Hiya, Jania.
Who's got to go back to work tomorrow.
Oh.
Sad. Queen Jean.
Hello, Jean. I hope you're doing all right. Staying rubber side down.
Hilda.
Hello, lovely Hilda. Hope you're all right.
Terry.
Terry.
Yep.
I thought you said Kerry. I thought that's unusual. Hiya, Terry.
Linda.
Hello, Linda.
Sandra.
Hi, Sandra.
Ki-Young.
Hi, Ki-Young.
Benice.
Hello, Benice.
Donna.
Hello, Donna.
Sharon.
Hiya, Sharon.
Carol.
Hello, Carol.
Flo.
Hiya, Flo.
Lynn.
Hello, Lynn.
Cindy.
Hiya, Cindy.
Helen.
Hello, Helen.
Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
Connie.
Hiya, Connie.
Connie.
Connie. Hiya, Connie.
Donna has just popped on just as I was doing the roll call.
Ah, yes.
Typical. She lurks, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Hello, Donna.
She's a lurker.
We there?
I think that's it.
Okay,
if
well,
I missed you, you have to shout out.
welcome one and all to our Fun and Frolics Day 4. Right, so that is ultimately going to go there. It's going to be a pocket like that, doing that thing that Mr. F says is mandatory if you're a junk journaler. That you're always... Hello, Vicky. Yep, that. 2 hands.
No, well, you do it both, don't you?
Not there, because that would be stupid. I wouldn't have that covered. Like this. Like this.
Yeah. You need to practice.
It's like blinking swimming, that. I don't know who swims like that.
Swimming.
I don't know who swims like that. It's a bit...
Two-legged dog.
Oh, dear me. We're off to a good start anyway. Let's get a board out to protect my board.
I don't know what the theme is today.
The theme today is acetate, and it's kind of tenuous. It's a little bit tenuous, but it does involve acetate, and you'll see now how. It's really like a video that I did that I've already done, and I'm sorry, I kind of feel like I'm cheating you a little bit, but I've also got to do the video for the take 5 today, and I just couldn't. This was what I could come up with, so bear with me. I'm really sorry. I doubt you're going to learn very much today, if indeed you ever do. However, let's get on. Let's get on. So what's going to happen is I have die cut these out. This isn't really going to work well at all, I don't think. Is it? Because you're going to see that, and I don't want to see that. I'm going to have to cut that out of acetate. No, we're going to have to cut that with a die cut, aren't we? Because I don't want to see this. Mr. F.
Yes.
Could you do me a bit of cutting on the old...
Can we do some cranking?
Yeah. I'll put a mark for the insides. In fact, I'll draw a line. So it's going to be the next size up. It's going to be this size that isn't it? No, that's what I want out. Yeah, this is what I want out. That bit there. Thank you.
Through the double bit?
Yes, through the double bit. So you can see that there's a lot of forethought and planning gone into this. Actually, you won't believe it, but there has actually been quite a bit.
Let's chop that off.
Chop that off, yeah. If it doesn't work, we've got another bit of paper. I'm really sorry. I know this seems incredibly unprofessional, but I do seem to be working quite hard at the moment. And I'm doing my best to bring things to you that I think you'll like. So the acetate, although quite tenuous, is here. Can you see those two circles? They are going to... Oh, that's what we can do. We can look for what we're going to put in the middle of the acetate. I'll get my butterfly box out. It never really lets the side down. Oh, thank you, my love. That's perfect. That's just perfect. Thank you. So what's going to happen is... Oh, come here. That frame is going to go around there. The acetate, I need an... Sorry, I know you've just sat down, but could you cut me another one out of there to make that a frame? So I need something on the back because it's too loopy. So the acetate's going to go in there. That frame's going to go there. There's going to be another acetate piece on the back of it with the other frame that Mr. F's just doing. And I'm going to put something in there. Are you with me? Just watch along and see what I do. It's worth watching along for all the blinking errors that happen anyway. That's a bit big, isn't he? Yeah. I quite fancy a pink one though. I've got a lot of pink ones. He's lovely, isn't he? It's like pearlescent. He's gorgeous. What's he about? He's a very light pink colour. He's a candidate, definitely. I've got that that's also pink now. No, that's not big enough. I'm glad I decided not to cut any more butterflies out because, truth be told, I really have, thank you very much indeed, I really have got enough butterflies, I think, for the time being. So down in the bottom here, it's all these pink ones. So let's just move that a little bit, although I do like him. And let's bring on a smaller one. Let's audition. Well, that fits on there quite nicely. Quite like that. This one I think is just a bit smaller. He might look a bit better. Right, so there's that one. Right, this is a choice, guys. There's this one. Oh, I don't think you can see it, but this one is actually a very, very light pink. Or that one. That's soft and in keeping, isn't it? But that one, I'm going to go for this one. I like it. Excellent, we've made a choice. Right, so what's going to happen now is the acetate's going to get stuck to the frame. Both frames. Where is it? Here it is. This acetate is inkjet stuff, so it's got a rough coating on it. So I'm going to put the rough coating to the inside, and it'll help to trap my butterfly. So the first thing to do is put some, well, I'm going to ink this because it's going to be easier now than when it's got glue on it, I think. So yeah, despite the fact that I wasn't very well planned, I think we're getting there. I think we're getting to what we want to do. Now, you can ink the inside of that as well if you want to, and sometimes that looks quite nice. In fact, on this occasion I will. I don't always, but I'm going to. But if you want to ink it, now's your chance, because you can't really ink it once the acetate's on there. So you can't get your dabber in. Stands to reason. It just, when you're looking at it, it just saves you seeing that white core of the paper, which is our enemy. I know I've been round here, but it's not showing up, so. Right, yeah, I like that with the ink, both sides. And this one, you're not really going to see it because it's underneath, but you will see the white core of the paper on the edge. So I'm just going to really just do around the edge. I mean, half of it's going to be in the pocket anyway, so. Right, there we are. I think we're all inked. Right, so that's going to go on there. Turn that over so this is the back side of the die. Not that there's any difference, but let's just say that. And then turn that so the rough bit is in, like that. So then we can stick them together. I'll put them both like that, and then we know what we're doing. So I'm going to use E6000. I know I'm using it quite a lot of late, and I know not all of you have it. I wouldn't advise necessarily getting a huge thing like this. We did because we got it from AliExpress and it wasn't expensive. But I think in this country, the little tubes are really expensive. So if you have it, use it carefully. The other thing I would say is it has got an odour. So if you can possibly do it in a room where you can open a window, or it's a big room, so much the better. I am asthmatic and I must say it doesn't bother me, but I don't use it for long periods. So that's your public service announcement for the day. Right, so I've got glue all the way around there, so I'm going to put the top on that, just while I place this acetate on. So I've got the back of the die looking at me, and I've got the rough side of the acetate looking at me. So I'm going to place that on there, and then just make sure that I've kind of got it where we want it, which looks like that's about it. And I haven't overly glued that edge, because what I don't want is the glue to come out over the acetate. So as I'm stroking it, I'm stroking away from the acetate. What did we have yesterday? Was it caress? I can't remember what it was now. It was some word like that. But today I am caressing the glue kind of away from the acetate. That's lovely. We'll just give that a second to dry. So once again, I've got the kind of back of the die. I mean, on this side it looks like it's nicely stitched, so that's the front to me. So I'm putting front side down, get my glue out, and the rough side of the acetate is up as well. I hope this is making sense to you. and I hope it works furthermore. So I'm putting glue down, but I'm not putting masses. We're only trying to hold on a blinking little bit of acetate. So I don't think we need overly much. There we go. This is another thing like the Sugar Bell bottle. Do not apply pressure to it. It wants to come scooting out everywhere. So that's there. So let's just make sure we've got it kind of where we want it. And then I'm just going to do the same thing again. I'm just going to rub it away from the... And you can see as you do that, it squashes the glue out nicely. So we should get a good bond. Right, there we are. So these two are going to join together and they're going to go like that. That's the plan. That's the plan. And dare I say it, it looks like it might work. So the next thing to do then is I'm going to stick this flap down here on our pocket. I want it for the additional strength, but I don't want it getting in my way. It's just annoying me now. Once again, just be gentle with the glue until you feel it bonding. You feel it starting to stick. So there we go. Where's my lid? Where's my Sugar Bell lid gone? Here it is. Don't know what it's doing over that side. Took itself off for a walk. Right, so there we go. You shouldn't see that, but just on the off chance that you do, I'm going to ink it. If you don't see it, that's great. You'll never know it was inked. But if by some chance you do see it, then at least it'll look like it was supposed to be there. Right, so I want the one right side down, wrong side of the acetate up, and I'm going to stick that to the back. Oh, it's all tea. It's tension today, isn't it? It's tension. I don't know if you're feeling it, but I am. You know, why? It defies logic, doesn't it? Why on earth do you feel tense about sticking something to something else? In 10 seconds you could replace the whole lot, you know. Try not to feel as tense as I do. I think part of mine is I don't want to look at Charlie, because that other day when I did that sticky embossing stuff, that wasn't pleasant, to be honest. It wasn't nice when it didn't work repeatedly, although I tried for over an hour. Right, so I've put some glue around there.
Jenny said she had a dream about Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Yeah, I can visualise him. He's like really...
So can she, apparently.
Oh, you've broken Mr. F's heart now. Right, so that goes that way.
Because I've never heard of him.
And that comes that way. Right, so I just did a bit of double checking there. I'd rather double check than get it completely wrong. And that wants to really marry up to that. Well, it might not want to, but that's what it's got to do. Now it's dropped off. Oh my goodness, that's a bit too free there. A bit too free with my movements. Let's get this to bond a little bit before we start waving it in the air, shall we? I think that might be a good idea. Here's my wipe. I think we're all right. I think this little bit of shine that I can see is actually acetate. So I think we've probably got a bond there. We'll know when we turn it over. And there is the tiniest bit of glue there, which I'm just going to try and mop up. That's it. It was nothing half of nothing. Right, so there's our pocket, there's that. Next thing that needs to happen is the butterfly needs to go on, and then we shall apply our other circle. It's looking nice, this, I must say. Right, given that this is going to be a pocket and no one is going to see the back of it, I can actually make quite liberal with my glue onto the acetate. It doesn't need to be that liberal. You don't want it squelching out behind it, looking ugly. But, you know, normally we're dealing in micro dots. This time I think I'm just going to put a bit up there and a bit up there, and that'll hold it. So I want it, sorry if that's glary, it's glary for me. I want it there, I think.
Kathleen says hi.
Hi Kathleen, that was a fantastic green page that you did, to be honest. That's all I can say about it. It's so different, so lovely, so nice to see. Right, so we've got our butterfly down. Well, enough, you know, that he's going to stick, because he's not going to have much option really, because this is going on top of him like that. I can't really put any sparklies on him because of the acetate situation. So that's how he's going to have to be. So I'm going to get this out again, and I'm just going to go around the edge of the cutout, staying a little bit away from the actual edge, but obviously not too far. There we go. I'm just going to stick this on. Sorry if you see my head, but we all have them. So there we are, that's on. I've got a little bit of acetate sticking out there, but it's there now, I'm afraid. So just give that a little encouragement to bond. Like that. Oh, it's looking nice. I'm just going to take my, I don't think there is any glue squashing out, but just in case.
Nancy says hi.
Hiya Nancy, missed you at roll call. I'm glad you could make it. I hope you're not too bad, having a decent day. Right, okay, there we are. We've made our little butterfly window pocket. See? Right, I'll just show you where it's going to go so you can see what my intent was. It's going to go there, and when it's down like that, you'll see the background. When you put something in behind it, you won't. You'll just see the butterfly. Yay, that's nice. So now what we're going to do is what we did on the other one. We're going to put pearls around it. And I know this is to be expected. It's what you would think I would do, but you know, I don't want to let you down. I'm going to do it. No, I really like this effect, actually.
Jen says hi, but don't call her name out because she's lurking at work. Oops.
I'm trying to think of another name for her, but no. Hello. I won't say it. Hello. Hello.
Blingy.
Yeah, Blingy.
Blingy's watching.
Blingy's watching. So I'm just going to put some around the outside edge now of the frame. If you watched me do the other one, then you're probably very bored by now, I would imagine, because this part's pretty similar. So I've cut off a length that I think will be the right amount, and I'm just going to start from the outside and push it in, bearing in mind, as I keep saying, E6000 is not an instant grab glue. So just hold that as best you can. I've got some glue there, which I really would rather not. So it will grab in short order, but you've just got to persuade it to begin with. And then just follow around, just pushing in towards the frame through your glue, which will then hopefully grab and we'll all be happy.
Violet says hi.
Hiya, Violet.
Mabel says hi.
Hello, Mabel. That's a safari journal that you did, Mabel. That was gorgeous. I loved it. Every single picture of it, I loved it. So I'm just holding this end just until that glue grabs a bit. Let's grab my finger and then chop it off. Still hasn't quite grabbed in there. So talk amongst yourselves while I just sit here holding pearls. We haven't had any post today. Normally gets here about 11:30. So I'm thinking, because it's kind of snowy, that he's conked out. Well, not him, hopefully. I hope he hasn't conked out. He's a nice bloke. But maybe his transport's conked out. I don't know. Maybe he decided it was unsafe to come so far. So I need 3 bits of blingy. I'm going to stick that on there. I'm going to put the glue down. I'm going to put the glue down the other side as well, so it's starting to tack up a little bit before we get to it. I'm sure other glues stick this stuff. I don't know, because I've only ever used this really. I'm beginning to wonder about my number now, the date for the day. Beginning to wonder what I'm going to make it out of. Such is the planning. Right, that's okay there. And this needs to go down this edge. So I'm kind of on half a stone here at the bottom, so I'm going to squash that up a bit. Cut that off there. That's the thing about these little pearls. Sometimes you end up at the end and you've got sort of half a pearl left. So you can either jam them up or just pull it away a little bit. Either look all right, I can tell you. It's just when you're absolutely on top of it looking at it, it looks like it's a disaster, but it's not. 3 little pearls there waiting to make an appearance. Right. So it's pretty, isn't it? Lovely job. Right, so now this is going to go onto there. I'm just going to give that E6000 just a little minute to dry while I try and fathom out exactly what number I'm going to use today. I did have some wooden chips somewhere. You've seen through this straw, I think. Actually, I'm not sure that you have. Let's have a look. You're right, Miss Riv.
Number 4 would be a good idea.
I know, I'm thinking of number 4. Little flowers and little charms. Butterflies and dragonflies. You've seen them, the leaves you've seen. Oh, you might not have seen these though. These are buttons. And they're all painted butterflies. Aren't they gorgeous? They're all not all different. There's about 4 designs. Sweet, aren't they? So I've got loads of those. What else have I got? I've got charms, handbags, charms, different charms. I've got some washi stickers. Nice. Little flowers that Jean sent me, some bows, some turquoise little flowers, some cream larger ones, green bows, little hearts that says thank you, and that's sweet, that's nice. Some paper postcardy things, turquoise buttons, hearts that say love, big buttons, don't know when I'd ever use those. Somebody sent me these and they're so nice I can't use them. Some turquoisey paper flowers, whoops, bows and bows and bows and bows. So that's that drawer, but there's no wooden chip letters in there. Let's try, oh no, that's sewing. That's Brad's, we went out through that yesterday, didn't we? Let's have a look in here. Ah, there they are. There are my wooden letters. I think they have numbers, that's what I'm going to use. Look at these, talking about Mabel. Look at these beautiful, beautiful butterflies that Mabel made for me. They're embroidered. They're all embroidered, look at that. They're so gorgeous. So I've only ever used one, and the rest I'm keeping for a special occasion. Look at that one. Fabulous. Oh, that's a good idea. Mr. F's just had a good idea. Stickers, washi stickers, an envelope that I decorated, and I've got a load of fussy cut leaves in it, and a robin for some reason. I don't know why. If I was looking for a robin, I'd never think to look in there. What else? Some lovely butterfly stickers that Lynn Whitman sent me. Lovely. This great big chipboard butterfly, I love him. Absolutely love him. He might make an appearance soon. Some gorgeous paper flower clusters. I really like them. Some burlap roses. Chalkboard hearts. Some massive pink flowers. Yeah, I've been holding those too, actually, to be honest with you. I've also got these. These are funny things. They're sort of arched like that, and they've got all pearls and diamante over the top. And they're for if you're putting like a bouquet of dried flowers or something on your page, you could put that over it. I might get that out and show you at some stage. I might do that. And then at the bottom, some fussy cuts. So that's kind of that. This is, oh, Mabel's Best Butterflies. This is a thing Mr. F found me at a charity shop. And they're really lovely. Lovely sort of cards. I seem to be in the bird department, and I'm in the apple department. Froggy. I mean, they're really lovely, aren't they? And then we seem to have a baby. I don't know what the baby's doing. I think it's about growth. Yeah, time and growth sequences. So I guess the baby grows up. Yeah, I think so. It's off to school. It's got a bike. Oh, it looks like it's got a job. It's a lady, so she's sitting with a typewriter and a phone. They wouldn't have a lady as being the doctor or anything, would they? Oh, no. So, that's everything that's in there. Come back, butterflies. Thank you. So I did find my numbers anyway. I like Mr. F's idea of a card, using a playing card, but not on today's because it's too pretty. But on another day, it would be perfect. So let's get some numbers out. I got some out the other day, didn't I? So I've got 2. I don't know where the other numbers have gone. 1. 2. 1. I don't need the 1, do I? I need that. Oh yeah, I need the 1. And I just need a 4 now, don't I? That's all. Yeah, see if I can find a 4. I can see one right there. Don't move. Thank you. Lovely. Oh, wrong way around. Yeah, I think that would be fine. I think that would look nice. Stick them back up and put them away, because otherwise next time I want them I won't know where they are. Right, so do I want them there, or do I want them coming down here? I think that's just going to impinge on this hinge, actually. And you don't want to impinge on your hinge. You see what I mean? You could have them coming down like that. I don't know. I could paint them. I could paint them. I quite like that, though. It goes with that cream. Right, so I think that we're probably pretty much finished with this. If you're doing what I'm doing, or doing similar, you can certainly decorate all of this up. You really can. I'm quite enjoying just looking at that paper, actually. So I think I'm going to glue it down. Of course, that doesn't stop me decorating it once it's glued down, but so just around the 3 edges. Don't forget, don't glue over your acetate. Oh dear. I've done stupid things like that before. You feel like crying, but you just get on with it. So, I want that quite near that corner. There we are. So I'm just caressing it for the moment. I think that was the word from yesterday. Caress. I think it's pretty accurate as well, actually. So you want that sort of lined up. You don't want to step where the pocket starts. There we go.
Don't forget with the dates, the Americans are...
Yeah, I know. They're backward. Your dates are back to front compared to ours. That's all I mean. Because you would have 1/4/21. But alas...
Which makes no sense, really.
No, it makes no sense.
Because surely the most important thing is the date, not the month. You'd have thought.
You'd have thought, but it's just common usage, isn't it?
Just convention.
Convention, that's the word.
Not one way we all go.
But for the purposes of my book, seeing as I'm sat here in Northern England, it's going to be 4/1. I can't go any further north than I am at the moment because Scotland has closed its borders. So I can't, even if I wanted to, and even despite the fact I was born there, I can't go there because its borders are shut in an attempt to try and calm down the spread of this new variant of the COVID thing. So, yeah, I think I want that there. I think that'll be fine. What I am going to do is draw a little line along with my ruler, because you know that I'll go wonky wonk if not. So I'm just going to bring it up 1/2 inch. And I'm going to use the edge of the patterned paper, which actually runs pretty straight to the other paper, but because your eye will see that more than the edge of the book. Should have got a pencil before I started this. Right, so I'm just going to draw a light line. Right, so once again then, I'm afraid, the E6000, because these are wooden. Now, I'm quite sure that you can glue these with other things, apart from E6000, but I've got it out, it's here on the table. Just a little bit. A little dab will do you. Not too much, I'm finding. even a little dab is too much. I think that is definitely too much on there, so I'm going to rub it off on my finger. 4, 1. Yeah, I think that's square. Yeah, I think that might be the way to go, actually, is put it on and then rub it off with your finger. It's nasty, it's not a nice thing. It's like picking a chicken. You know, when you've had roast chicken one day and then you pick all what's left off for the next day's dinner or whatever. I hate that feeling. I hate it. One more one, and we're there. Just put the lid back on that. Spread that out a bit. Cuddle that up close to the 2 because it's... There we go. I think that's it, actually. And when that's dry, I'll erase the line there so you can't see it, because it was just an aid for me because I don't know what's straight. And hey-de ho-de, what do you think? Is it all right? I did this in cream card because that's, you know, I've got cream card to hand. You could use any colour. Similarly, if you don't have a die cutting machine, don't throw your arms up in horror. Just get 2 circles. That's all you need. One for the outside, one for the inside. Doesn't matter how thick the frame is. I mean, just sitting here looking, I've got that. That would make 1 circle. It's just a thing of trim. I've got this. That would make another one. You know, there's lots of circles around that you can use as templates. Bottom of the pearl thing. Whoops, sorry, just whacked the microphone there. So yeah, don't be put off by the fact that you might not have what I'm using. Today's was all about the acetate. And, you know, it's not showing up too much. But there you go. Put a paper underneath it, you can see it. Let's put a plain piece. So when something goes into the pocket, we will see what it is. So the day that we're putting something in that pocket, we might want to think about that and, you know, take inspiration maybe from that. So there you go. That is our day 4 of our January daily done. As I say, you can decorate up there, you can decorate anywhere. Don't want to decorate too much here because you're going to be putting things in. But I like it, actually. And I hope you like it too. And I hope you're going to have a go. If you do, you know, this is an idea. It's just kind of out of my head. You don't have to do this. If you want to do it, if you like it and you want to do it, that's great. I'd love to see what you do with it. But if you just want to take acetate and do some, you know, make an envelope, a pocket and a see-through bit in an envelope, or whatever you want to do with acetate, that's perfectly fine. But today, the 4th of January 2021, we need acetate on your page, please. So, what will I choose tomorrow? I do not know. I'll try and be slightly more organised than today. Tomorrow there will be a video going out for the Take 5, because I've opted to be live with the January Daily. So the Take 5 will be a video tomorrow, but it won't be out until after the live. So don't keep looking for it. It will be after the live that goes out. Okay, so, well, thanks ever such a lot for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like what we've created. I do. I'm terribly tempted to put something down here. Like that. How about that? You know what I mean? Just something. So don't be surprised if you see it tomorrow and it's got a bit of fluff on it. In the meantime, thank you very much for joining me. I really mean that. I appreciate your company. Blingy, I hope you didn't get caught. And everybody else, I hope that you stay well, stay warm, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye.